What's up guys? Today I'm going to take a look at some hop-ups designed and sold by Nadda3DPrints. You can find these on Nadda3DPrints.com.au for $15. Now for your $15 you get a set of 3 different hop-ups, each with different settings. Depending on which type of gel balls you're using, one of these may be better than the others, and it will entirely depend on your blaster and your gel balls. So that's why there's 3, and it's up to you to find which one works best in your particular build. Ideally though, what a hop-up's supposed to do is flatten the trajectory by giving backspin on the gel, and it's a careful balance between having them curve way up as they get past 20 meters, they just curve to the sky, or too little and it has no effect at all. So ideally you want somewhere in the middle there where it just keeps going straight and doesn't drop at all until it gets to the target. So how do you tell which one of these is which setting? Well, on the front of the hop-up, the weakest setting, so the one that applies the least amount of spin to the gel balls, has a single line, and you orient that to the top of the blaster and center it. There's another one with 2 dots, and that's the next level up, applying a bit more spin. And the strongest one has 3 dots, and that's probably going to be too much for the gels I'm using today. From my testing, gel balls like the Ultra Elites, being harder, generally require less amount of backspin compared to softer gels. So today I can expect the 3 dot one is going to have the gels curve way up to the sky, whereas one of these 2 weaker ones may be the ideal one. To attach one of these to your blaster, it simply friction fits onto the outer barrel. It has to be a 9.5mm outer diameter, which most blasters have, aside from some of the Wells ones which have a 9mm. So you may need a bit of electrical tape to step it up if you're going with a Wells blaster. Friction fitting it on, you want to align either on the 3 dot one, the center of the 3 dots upwards, or on the 2 dot one, the center of the 2 dots upwards, and on the single dot one, the 1 dot to the top. Now, one thing to keep in mind with these hop-ups is that they don't have a lower lip like the adjustable hop-ups such as your risers do. So as they leave the barrel, they may get pushed down a little bit, and they will have a flat trajectory though. It'll just be at an angle. So what I'm going to do to correct for that is I have this worker adjustable Picatinny rail. It just allows me to zero my sight higher than the actual red dot can go, and that'll automatically make me aim a tiny bit higher to account for that. But if you don't have one of these worker adjustable Picatinny rails, just aim a little bit higher on the target. I've actually got an entire video about the worker adjustable Picatinny, so I'll leave a link to that down below, and also a link of where you can buy one of these in Australia. One advantage of a fixed hop-up though is there's no moving parts. So with your risers you use grub screws, they can come loose, they can drop out and you lose them, and then you have to buy a new riser. Or your adjustable ones, the grub screw could come loose, and then that'll affect your settings. This one, there's only one setting. It's stuck at that because it's 3D printed in that shape. So there's no changing over time or any grub screws or anything like that. As you can see, these are super low profile, so you should be able to fit them inside any flash hiders or suppressors or anything like that. So this will actually fit where some of those larger adjustable ones won't. Now you've heard me gas bag enough. Let's set up for a 30-meter accuracy test, and I'll start off with the strongest one just so we can see that curve. Alright, so this is a 1 meter diameter target. I'm going to go back 30 meters, and first up we're using the strongest hop-up effect. I think it's going to be way too much, hilariously too much actually, with the Ultra Elites, but let's find out. Alright, so I'm expecting these to curve up and definitely not make it to the target. Yeah, you won't even see him in the camera there. You'll see him in the scope cam though. They're hitting the tree branches up above it. Yeah, they're hitting the tree branches up above it. But what I'm very interested to know is could you shoot someone around a corner with this hop-up? All right, so I can't even see the target. Obviously, consult your rule set before doing that. All right, so let's take this off. Pop that one away in my pocket. We'll grab the 2.1. And that's center. Let's try the 2.1. Yeah, that's too much as well. I mean, if I aim at my camera, what? Yeah, that's too much as well. So let's try the single dot for the Ultra Elites. Yep, that seems all right to me. The other two were just way too much. Finally, just to demonstrate the effect that the hop-up has on flattening the trajectory, I've taken the hop-up off and I've worked out that without it, I have to aim on the very top edge of the target. So yeah, there's definitely an advantage to having a hop-up. Don't have to aim so high, and also by the time they're getting to 30 meters, they're hitting the ground almost. So it's definitely increasing range and flattening the trajectory, which means you don't have to add holdover. So what do I think of these fixed hop-ups from Nadda3DPrints? Well, they definitely do their job of putting some backspin on the gels. With the Ultra Elites, the strongest and the middle setting were too much, and with the strongest we actually managed to shoot around a corner. With the weakest setting with Ultra Elites, we were able to get a nice flat trajectory all the way to the target, and as I showed with no hop-up, I had to aim a lot higher to hit that target. And the gels were pretty much running out of steam by the time they got there. So in addition to flattening that trajectory so you don't have to aim as high, it also increases range. Compared to adjustable hop-ups, it's one setting, it doesn't change over time. The only thing I reckon may happen over time is it could come off of the barrel, so I'd just wrap a little bit of electrical tape around there just to hold it on. For the price of $15 on Nadda3dprints.com.au, You get a set of 3, which you can experiment with and see what works best with your blaster and gel combo. And overall, I would recommend them if you're looking to increase the range of your shots. Make sure you check the game rules before shooting blindly around a corner with the 3-dot hop-up. And as always, thanks for watching.